Hey guys, another episode of Pronto Builds. Today we're going to be fabricating the passenger side quarter panel, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the tool that I'm using right now is called a pogo stick, also known as a hustler stick. All right, and this is something I bought off of Amazon. This was $115. All right, so I pulled out this lip on the dog leg on the inside of the wheel. I pulled it out quite a bit, so I'm seeing how it matches up with the door now. All right, it is even closer than it was before. However, we need this whole panel to come out to match the door, okay? And what's happening is when I'm pulling on it with the hustler stick, it's just pulling on the inside and it's causing a lip, so it's causing my angle to be like this, so it's sloping in a little bit. So I'm going to cut into the door jamb and I'm going to pull this out. Okay guys, so I made stitches from about right here to right here, okay? So the panel's being held in line with the door from there to there, and there's also tack weld right there, okay? So from here to that tack weld, this whole area, this door jamb, this piece of metal right here on the dog leg is all mangled, and I really don't feel like grinding it and everything like that. So I'm gonna do what I did on the driver's side of the car. I'm going to cut a piece of metal out that goes from here to here, a big strip of the 22 gauge metal, and I'm going to weld it in here, and then I'll grind down the door jamb, or excuse me, the door gap. I'll grind it down myself. I'm going to pull you off the stand in a second, and we're going to get this body gap about 3/16 of an inch. That's what it should be on your standard production car. So what we're going to do for that is actually going to use a piece of cardboard. So I went around, and this piece of cardboard fits in about all the body gaps, and guess what? It measures up to about 3/16 of an inch. So we'll use this, the end of our cardboard, as long as we don't smush it, as our template, if you will, to make sure that our body gap is right. Okay, so we're going to grind the metal down and make sure our body gap is right first, and then what we'll do is we're going to fabricate a new piece for the door jamb. Alright? Okay guys, so you can see that the new piece was welded in here, and I'll open the door and I'll show you how everything's looking so far. It's very roughly metal finished right now, so this is all welded up right here to this point, and then it's all welded up to this point right here, and it's metal finished again roughly. Okay, so we have from here to right here, which was our original plan, that we're gonna have to make a piece of steel for, because this was all beaten down right here. So we're gonna have to make all of these angles all the way up to the tip of my finger. All right, so that's the plan. But first we have to get our body gap right. Okay, so I'm gonna run the cardboard through this so that you guys can see, you know, what I see and what I'll be working with. So like I said, this door is lined up and everything. Okay, so the cardboard goes right in there. Bada bing, bada boom, yeah? Okay, so this is where I welded. Okay, so it's starting to get a little tight right here. And then, let's see, if I put it in, I start sliding, it actually stops right here. So I'll make a mark right there, and then right here it fits in, and then it stops right there. So between the end of the cardboard right here and about right here, I have to do some grinding so that body gap, the door gap, is correct. Okay, or else I'm going to weld a new piece into the door jamb and it's going to be too high. Okay guys, so after all that grinding and metalworking and everything like that, this is what we came up with. The gap is pretty consistent, okay, and if anything, in areas it's a little low, so that I can fill it in with body filler. You see, this is just running through, it's running through really smooth, so it's just kind of falling through the car. Maybe not at one of these points, but yeah, so it's just kind of sliding right through the car. Alright, so I know that everything is about 3/16 of an inch. You might see a little bit of unevenness, but we will catch all of that with body filler, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to fabricate that piece for the inside of the door jamb and weld that in. Alright, so here's our piece, and it's got a bit of a slope to it. Okay, I guess it's kind of hard to see. I'll show you why I did that once I start putting it on the car. So Braden caught a little something to save us some time. We're actually not going to cut this piece out right here, the tip of my finger. We're going to keep that piece of metal like that plate, and we just we're going to adjust this to just fit and make like this L, this angle in the door jamb, and as opposed to cutting all this out and having to do all this extra welding out here. Alright, so we got our piece made. And like we said, it's only a lip Braden caught that we don't need to really go into here. We'll be better off just using body filler and saving ourselves some welding time. So alright guys, so we have this metal finished as close as we'll get it. It's all welded up, sealed up, and everything looks a little rough and in here, and it is. But everything is actually a little bit low. So like this line right here that makes the door gap is actually a touch low. Let me turn the light off really quick. This line right here that sits into the door jamb is actually a little further back. This piece of metal is actually a little further down. And like this L in here is actually sitting a little bit deeper, so that when we use body filler, we can compensate for that. We don't have a bunch of high metal that we have to grind down again. Hey guys, so that's a wrap for this episode of Pronto Builds. We got the metal finishing done on the passenger side of the Focus. And next week we'll actually be putting down Bondo, body filler on both the door, the dog leg, to get it to meet the door, and also inside of the door jamb, so that everything meets up and looks like it came from the factory. So you know, little Bondo magic, I'm calling it. But so that's what we're gonna do, and also we're gonna lay down some primer and get this thing ready for paint. Okay, so I appreciate you guys watching. Please remember to like if you like the videos, and you know, leave a comment, or you know, subscribe if you guys want to follow the build. So also thank you, you know, everyone who is watching. My views are a little down right now, and that's okay because I'm just starting out. But you know, it really, you know, pushes me to do more videos when somebody just chimes in and says, hey, you know, I like that, or some people, you know, go further and say, you know, they're inspired by the videos and it inspires them to make a video, whatever. So I appreciate any you know, 2 cents given to me, even if it's constructive criticism. So thanks a lot, and you know, I can't wait to get you guys the next episode. Ciao.